It is time for week 2 of the James Skrmetta Power Rankings. Woo! If you are excited, let me hear you say, "Oh!" Let's go. So what we're seeing on the screen here is my week 1 power rankings. Now, this power ranking list is incredibly fluid. This power ranking list, a team can be kicked off the damn list the next week. This is the most fluid list you will ever see in your entire life. So who gets removed from the list immediately? The Niners get off my list. There were 9 last week. Off. Well, let me go ahead and recap the list, I guess. From last week, we have the Chiefs at 1, Ravens, Seahawks, Saints, Packers, Bills, Cardinals, Rams, Niners, Patriots. The Niners fall. They have to fall. Even though they won, they're missing half their damn team. There's no way that I can keep the Niners up there. I just can't do it. Okay? I think the Niners are a good team. Too many injuries. It is what it is. So let's look at the rest of the list. The Chiefs are 1. Now, I think the Chiefs fall. Partly because they were unimpressive and partly because other teams were more impressive. I think the Chiefs fall all the way to 3. Right now, I think Baltimore is the best team in the league, but I think Seattle is right there. Seattle is either 1 or 1A. I think these two are obviously the best 2 teams in the league, Baltimore and Seattle. I'll say Seattle's 1 because they're undefeated. They were ranked higher than Seattle in week 1. I'm there. But I think these are the 2 clear-cut best teams in the league, Baltimore and Seattle. Now, seeing what Baltimore does on Monday Night Football is going to be a really big deal. They play the Chiefs. That's going to be a tough sled. So Baltimore's got a lot to prove. But I think the way they win, the way they play, love what I'm seeing. Seattle, so impressed with Seattle. So impressed with Russell Wilson. So impressed with his defense. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Seattle wins the Super Bowl this year. I think they are far and away the best team in the NFC. We go to the Chiefs. Chiefs are obviously the Chiefs. They're really, really good. I'm kind of being down on the Chiefs right now because of how good Seattle and Baltimore have been, but I digress. Next up, the Saints at 4. Get the fuck out of here. 4? Get out of my face. We're moving the Saints off the list. They might come back on the list, but right now they're moved off of it. The Packers playing really well. I think the Packers move up. They're playing really good. Rodgers is playing really good. They're playing the Saints this week. Huge game. Huge game for them. So I would not be surprised at all if the Packers jump up because of what they do to the Saints, or they could fall off the list. Who the hell knows? The Bills had a very impressive week. They move up. The Bills are at 5. The Cardinals had a very impressive week. They move up. They're at 6. The Rams had an impressive week. They're at 7. So now we're at 8 is empty, 9 is empty, 10 are the Patriots. The Patriots, even though they lost, I think the Patriots are very impressive. I think that you got to give Patriots some clout here. They went all the way to Seattle, played really strong, played really good football. Cam Newton officially healthy. Cam Newton officially where he needs to be for the Patriots. I think the Patriots only get better. I move them to 9 because, they did lose. Now, who's going to be the 8th team and the 10th team? I think the 8th team is the Steelers. I think the Steelers are an underrated team. I think the Steelers are slept on. They're 2-0. Roethlisberger is Peyton Manning for Denver right now. Let the defense work. Let James Conner work. Get Juju involved. And you're going to be okay. And you're going to be fine. All right, so right now, I'm thinking the Steelers are going to be a threat in the AFC. I think the Steelers, like I said, are being slept on. They're going to probably be a wild card team, and they're not a team you want to play in the playoffs. So as long as Big Ben stays healthy, and as long as he can do enough, I think this defense is good enough. This is a good team. The Patriots, I might think the Patriots are a little bit better, but it's hard for me to take a 2-0 team and put them under the 1-1 team. You know how it is. Now, the 10th team. So it's not the Jets, it's not the Redskins, it's not the Raiders, it's not the Panthers, not the Broncos, not the Eagles, not the Giants, not the Chargers, not the Colts, not the Texans, not the Cowboys, not the Bengals, not the Bears, not the Niners, not the Falcons, not the Bucks, not the Vikings, not the Lions. This team suck. Not the Jaguars, not the Browns, not the Dolphins. It's either the Titans or the Saints. The Titans are 2-0. I cannot put the Saints at 10 after watching what they did. Bottom line, I can't do it. I cannot do it because I know that this team just can't compete playing how they're playing. I can't. They're probably a division winner. They're probably a playoff team, but until I see something from Drew Brees, until I see something from this team, I can't put them in a top 10. I mean, they're going from, what I have at 4? They're going from 4 to off the list. I mean, I am a Saints fan, but there's no way I can possibly be like, this team is a top 10 team in the NFL with the way that Drew Brees is playing, with the way this defense is playing. They've got no positives in right now. 0. They're playing the Packers this week. If the Saints come out strong there, we may be able to see the real Saints stand up. But right now, I've got to put the Titans at 10. Vrabel's a good coach. They're winning games, tight games, whatever. Derrick Henry's doing his damn thing. And Tannehill, hey, maybe Tannehill's good. I've been down on Tannehill. I've said he's been kind of like in a perfect place, right place, right time. Maybe Tannehill's good. It's possible. If Tannehill is good, if Tannehill takes some kind of step, if he's a viable quarterback, the rest of this team is good enough to certainly be a top 10, and they're undefeated right now, so I got to give them some love. So this is officially the Week 2 top 10. Ravens, number 1. Seahawks, number 2. Chiefs, number 3. Green Bay, number 4. Bills, number 5. Cardinals, number 6. Rams, number 7. Steelers, number 8. Patriots, number 9. Titans, number 10. I think right now, if I had to buy stock in any of these 10 teams, I'd probably buy stock in the Seahawks. I love what the Seahawks are doing right now, but I just can't put them ahead of the Ravens because of where they were in Week 1. You understand the list has rules.